you have this idea, whether you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to do your photography, you want to shoot your short film, and you get kind of scared. What happens is it can prevent you from taking that first step. It's actually started snowing now, and I may be crazy mid-April, but I think I'm gonna go out. Yeah, it's snowing. There's a new sign up that says the park is open, so I'm going to the park. It's beautiful out, isn't it? The seagulls think so. So this is really close to my home. It's a huge park, a baseball diamond, and for quite some time I haven't been here because I thought that we weren't allowed to come here. However, there's a sign now that says park is open, not allowed to touch any of the equipment, and I'm fine with that because really just sitting in the grass here is fantastic. So we're having cooler than normal weather here in April. It's been snowing, and yeah, the sun has been coming along off and on, but mostly it's just been pretty cold for about a week. It's supposed to warm up again in just a few hours, like tomorrow, Sunday. It's supposed to warm up again to plus temperatures, and I am looking forward to that. But I also really like the cold weather and the snow. One of the things it really helps me with is this camera tends to overheat when doing video for long periods of time, and so it doesn't do that out in the winter, which is really nice. So that means I can sit here and enjoy just chatting with you guys. So there's been a lot of challenges, right? I mean, I want to take epic pictures. I want to take absolutely beautiful landscape images, but my landscape is limited. I don't want to travel too far because I don't want to put anyone in danger, put a burden on the system right now, and so I'm staying at home. This is, 5 steps from my home, so this is great. I can now come out and just sit in the grass. There's a dad and his little child playing soccer over there, and there are people on their driveways chatting back and forth, and I love to see that. I think that it's really important that we take advantage of the blessings and the opportunities that we have in front of us. So right now, that blessing and opportunity may only be a short walk across the street to the park, or if there's no park nearby, a walk in your neighborhood, and you may be crossing the street every few steps just to stay on the lonelier side of the walk. But you know what? Getting out means that you will not be as lonely. There may be people that are also out walking, and I've been making a really big effort to just say hello to everybody that I pass. And it's so good to see people smiling. I love it. I mean, it really means something to me when I can say hi to someone and I see them smile. It seems like these days people are kind of surprised by it, and that shouldn't be. So I'm saying hi to you guys now. So how else am I taking advantage of this time? Well, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. This is, learn about photography, about video, and I'm excited to try some new things. I did the splashes in the kitchen, and I may try some bubbles. I may try some wildlife photography because I have my 70-300 and spring is coming, believe it or not. So I may be able to sit in a quiet spot and see if I can capture some images of some of the creatures that are coming by. Yesterday I went for a walk, and I'd only had my cell phone with me, and I tried to take a picture, of course, but it was somewhat impossible. But I don't know what was on top of the lamppost as I went by. It was like an owl or some sort of big bird. It was really, really neat. I've seen it before, and if any of you know what it is, I mean, it's an awful picture, but it's pretty cool. And it's funny that just because you live in urban areas doesn't mean that there's not wildlife. I've seen coyotes on the same urban bridge. I've seen really interesting birds. There have been cats, raccoons, squirrels. There's just all sorts of things that may show up, and things that may surprise you. I've had those times of seeing a beaver on the beach. I mean, beavers like rivers and creeks and so on. I've never expected to see one on the beach. So I'd like to know, what are you doing these days, and what would you like to learn? I mean, there's so much stuff that I have learned over the years now, and I wouldn't mind sharing some of it with you. So things about video, things about vlogging, things about photography, things about editing, luminosity, adjustments. There are so many different ways. It doesn't have to be luminosity masks. There are things about Lightroom, the basics, the advanced things. I wouldn't mind creating some content that would help you to be more inspired and learn something while you're also at home. Also, I'm having a really good time meeting with some of you in my one-to-one coaching sessions. I've decided to, for now, just leave it at this sale price because I feel like we all need something right now. And if I can help you in any way by meeting with you for a 1-hour session to talk about whatever, photography, videography related, something to do with your creative plan, like your desires for your future, if you want to write a book, if you want to take better pictures, if you want to learn how to use your camera. I have people that I'm meeting with all sorts of different topics like this, and it's really enjoyable just sitting down and meeting one-to-one, sharing a tea and learning together and just learning about one another. And yeah, it's really fantastic. So if you've been thinking about it, please either email me or check on my website. I have times and availability listed there, but to be quite honest, I have more times and days that I am available. I'm quite flexible to find a time that works for people. So for myself, what have I been up to? I've been doing a lot of laundry and a lot of cooking, and I actually quite enjoy it. I mean, I love taking care of my family and my house, and my boys are so good-natured. We play basketball in the driveway, we play games. when we sit down to dinner, I have a website that has a whole bunch of trivia questions, and we kind of take turns asking the trivia questions, and we all, kind of play just trivia, and it's really fun. I am excited to start a new project. I have, in talking to a lot of you in my one-on-ones, there is a recurring theme, and I think it's a recurring theme among all creatives, and that is that we get quite nervous about our new projects, and you get nervous about putting your work out there and how it's going to be received, how it's going to turn out. A creative person can quite often be their worst critic. And what happens often is that, you have something that you would like to do, whether it's landscape photography, or in my case, I would like to make a short film. And I have an idea. It's kind of a humorous thing, and I like it. I'm looking forward to it. But here's the thing, it gets to be like you're excited, right? And you have this idea, whether you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to do your photography, you want to shoot your short film, and you get kind of scared. You get nervous. And what happens is it can prevent you from taking that first step. And what I have learned through doing YouTube over these few years is that you should just take that first step. Don't evaluate whether or not it's going to be good. Don't overanalyze what needs to happen, what you need to do. I mean, try your best, make your plans, do it to the best of your ability, but don't overanalyze all of the parts of the project to the point where you just feel so paralyzed by the project that you don't get started. So just take that first step. Take a step forward, and even if, say, it's something you're filming, say you're starting your YouTube channel, even if that first clip that you video is absolutely awful, just remember that you can delete it. It's okay. And also remember that we all start somewhere, and every step forward taken is a victory. I also want to encourage you that failure is part of the process of success, and failure is actually not failure at all. It is a monumental step forward in moving towards your goal. I mean, we all have to learn along the way. I'm pretty sure there are none of us who were born absolutely perfect at what we like to do. And even, top basketball players, top Olympic athletes, top musicians, top everybody started from scratch. And go look back at my first video. It's terrible. I've said this before. You don't really need to go back and look if you don't want to. But take that first step. It is a complete success. If you need someone to tell you that you should do this, that you can do this, send me an email. I will tell you that you can do this, that we can do this. And the world is better because of your creativity. The world is better because of your passion. You've been given gifts that other people need. Our world needs all of our contributions, our creativity, and our beauty, and all of the things that are positive and beautiful inside, and we need to share them with one another. So my short film, hopefully I can get started this weekend. I'm going to try not to make it too complicated. I've never done anything like this before. I'm going to gather up the equipment. I'm going to have my actors in place, and I'm just going to start. I can already think of things that might go wrong, but that's okay. It's going to be really great. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope, as I'm sitting next to the street and the cars going by, I will be heading back home. I hope that you are encouraged and finding yourself inspired, and don't give up, guys. Keep going, keep creating, keep making things awesome, because you do. You make life awesome. Thank you so much for coming along with me. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you do. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.